Sorry, guys. Been a minute. There we go. Oh, man. Been a minute, dude. Been a minute. We're finally here. What's up? We got Jaden Joseph, John Meeler, who the box is from. NASCAR Crazy 1854. Yep. That Mountain Dew or Kryptonite? It's a hard thing of planning these and setting a time. Had to run a quick errand before going live. Just did the point standings for the NOS guys today. Wait, whatever happened to Darrell Waltrip, man? Since the All-Star race and season. What's up, NASCAR Pennzoil Series? Since the All-Star race last year, this guy has went down the tubes. Looking to right the ship, so to speak. Can Martin Truex do it? Can Truex double? He looked really good in the YouTube Cup race. Led from wire to wire. Tell you what, though, Charlotte is proven, kind of like in the real track, it's proven to be a very difficult place to pass. Tony Stewart definitely not seeing as much success in the 20 car, going back to the 20 cars he did the 14. Rumor has it the 20 car might be a thing of the past. Don't know yet. Junior having a strong year so far in the 8. Mark Martin, man, I thought he was going to be a contender this year. In the 6 car after the way he debuted last year. So far, not the case. Rico Singleman, the rookie for Carrera 782, been up and down. Has a win this year. It's either a great race or nothing at all. See what other guys we find in here. Here's the defending champion, Junior Swolf. Still without a win. Right now, he's near that top 10 in points, trying to get in there. This guy looks like a cool NASCAR driver, but so far not cutting it. Max Speed in the 1. Hut Strickland definitely doing better in the YouTube Cup Series versus the NOS Racing Series. Phil Parsons, very ho-hum so far. This is kind of an impromptu thing. I saw it there, so I thought we'd get over it real quick. Sterling Marlin, kind of turning things around. Almost sounds like this would be a, what do you call it? Sounds like a NASCAR. If it was NASCAR was a Prius. Like, makes no sound on these rubber tires. Kevin Harvick, doing pretty well in both series. Rick Mast had a good race at Darlington last race, rookie. Rusty Wallace, pretty steady. Kyle Busch, still waiting for him to break through. We'll see what happens. Al Pastor, much faster car than the 92 from last year, but about the same results so far. For Golden Arches Racing. Russ Wheeler not picking up off with the same success as he ended with last year, finishing 3rd in points. Jimmy Johnson starting to pick it up. Could be one to look out for in the 48. Jeff Gordon not picking up where he left off last year in the 24 for All-American Racing. Plenty of time to get things corrected, though. Sweet. Like the Toyota logo. Scott Riggs, slow and steady. Nickelback. Eesh. Is what it is, though. You'd be the tortoise and the hare. Slow and steady. Jennifer Sure, dude. She almost won Daytona. Since then, Not a whole lot to speak of. Jeff Green, second in points. Kind of a surprise here, running for Red Carpet Racing with Scooby-Doo. And we got, Mario Speedwagon. Started off the season rough. Won at Darlington last race. Kenny Irwin, always a strong contender in that 28 Haviland. 50 car, Star Ski Hutch. Definitely has a fast car. Handling can be an issue so far for the rookie. And we got the 77 Dave Blaney. I think there's going to be a lot more to be said in that 77 car by the time the season ends. Casey Kane, running a little bit slower than I thought he would start the season. Oh, man. Ha. Guillotine in the 01 car. Guillotine. How fitting his name is Guillotine, because right now, fortunately for Mr. O'Teen, is on the chopping block. Rumor has it Mattel Motorsports possibly either looking to sit this ride, find a different driver, or find a different car and driver completely. He's only finished, and we're, if you include the All-Star race from last year, we are 10 races deep into the NOS Racing Series. He's only finished 2 races. He won them both. He did win them both, however, but they were straight downhill. Then we got Alan Money, his teammate. Definitely picked it up last race. Almost got the win. And then, kind of a surprise. Your points leader right here, Casey Atwood. Now running in both series. Also running in the 19 car for Dave Akers Racing in the YouTube Cup. Had a good showing there in that Mountain Dew 19 Dodge. Here's a guy who lost his ride in the 19. Evernham Crocker Racing. Their team folded because they were screwing off. Not concentrating on racing. So Dodge picked up the team itself and doing really well with the 7-car points leader right now. So we already know who the All-Star cars are for YouTube Cup. One race away from determining the NOS boys. Or maybe girl. Remember, we ended up running 12 cars last year at the All-Star race because we had a 3-way tie for 10th place. Will we see that again this year? Don't know. Just know that the passing at Charlotte Speedway is not easy. So it's imperative to qualify well. Now, when we do get to the All-Star races, remember, just like in the regular All-Star race, and I'm assuming because I haven't seen a regular All-Star race in probably at least a couple years, I imagine they still do the inversion, the field inversion. We will continue to do that. And when we race at Charlotte, for the main event, there's going to be a little bit of a twist. It will be the 6 laps, a little bit longer, but there's going to be a little bit twist to that. So, yes, I know I've been absent here the last few weeks. A lot going on with, again, sports and, again, coaching. Helping coach soccer. Not a soccer guy, definitely more of a baseball guy, but whatever I can do to help. Had the AC go out. The house is extremely hot. Living in California, at least it wasn't last year this happened, because last year we were triple digits almost every day. So it's actually cooler in the garage right now than it is in the house. Yep, there is no winged car. There are 2 winged cars in YouTube Cup. We have Dave Akers Racing with Rusty Nubbins, looking really good, and then Nick Devers Racing has Donnie Ellison. So, and there are no Car of Tomorrow winged ones. There was Tony Stewart in that 14 car. Will we see it again? Who knows? And then there's also this one right here, Carl Edwards, Car of Tomorrow. It's been really smoky here lately. So, we've had the near triple digit heat, AD gone out, and the Yosemite fires are not too far from Yosemite. Yosemite is only about an hour and not even an hour and a half, about an hour 15. So it's been pretty smoky, not only from there, but we're also getting Shasta from Redding. The Shasta fire getting smoked too. So it's skies look really weird lately. It isn't as bad this last week as it has been. Between that AC going out and all this stuff going on, it's been overwhelming. Had a yard sale too, so got rid of a bunch of stuff.
The Dagobah system.
So that was very time consuming. Might as well be IROC Car of Tomorrow. Yeah. All I know is, in terms of just diecast for the Car of Tomorrow, Tony Stewart's 14 car last year, the Old Spice car, really good. Any other Car of Tomorrow I've tried to put on the track isn't even fast enough to even somewhat compete. Really weird. I have a few others. I don't even know they're at right now because they're garbage. I don't know how this one does. Ended up getting this on the lot. No, you don't need to wear a mask, but it's definitely smoky. I guess you probably should. Way everything is nowadays with the better safe than sorry approach, but I don't think it's really necessary. All right, let's get to this. This is a box from John Meeler I've had for a couple weeks now, I think. Need to get to getting here. Let's see what we got. Whoa. Is there a note here? I don't know. Dang, dude. Wow. Should I... Okay, let's see. 12. Oh, that's the fastback, huh? Or the Mustang, the Mach 1. Nice. I'm sure everybody in here knows by now, but if you don't know, without peeking right here in the mystery models, come right here, line up that second number, 12. Boop. There it is right there. Sweet. I would say Mattel has definitely picked it up on these mystery models as of late. What is it? Oh, cool. Finish line. Nice. Where is this from? Now, you know I'm going to save that for mystery for the next mail-in. Still need to get the bounty hunter stuff going. That should be fun. I'm pretty sure we have enough cars now. That's cool. Who makes this one? It's pretty sweet. Start, finish. Start, finish. Drag racing. Pretty sick. Sweet. All right, let's see what this one is. Western Doors Finish Line. Huh. Hey, 3D bot maker in the house. I am looking forward to that Lambo tournament, man. Me and Dave Akers are already excited. We're already trash talking. Excited to be in the race. Western Doors finish line, huh? Yeah, exactly. Waiting for Harry to walk in there. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, 9. And if you haven't noticed, and it didn't seem like, what is this one? Oh, the F1 Racer. Sweet. If you haven't noticed already, 3D Bot Maker closing up, and it seemed just like yesterday. 3D Bot Maker had the 100 sub tournament closing up on within days probably of 900 subs. That is awesome. Let's see what we got here. 6. Which one's this one? Ooh, hard to see. We got, Lancia Stratus. I bet this is a fast one. So these are going to all be entered right here. I'm going to put all those in the next the next mail-in. There will be a Super Roadster amongst a few other things on the line. I'm going to enter these too. Oh, sweet. Nice. I do not have any of these. That's pretty sharp. Very cool. Like that paint job. Like that too. I bet this one is fat. What is this one? Let me see if I can get it off camera. See the name of it. Oh, this is the Mazda Fury, huh? Yeah. Sweet. These are cool. It'll get open, all right. This is going into the... Can't open it yet, though. These are going into the mail-in, which is growing by the moment. 3-pack. So this is a recent one, I take it then. That's one thing. I'm sure I've said it before, but this calendar year, especially since the calendar year, I have hardly went diecast hunting at all. I mean, the ones I have been finding, I'm finding at the grocery stores. I think we got some loose ones. Oh, this is sweet. Tracks, racing cards by racing people, huh? Whoa, is this a is this a new driver for you in YouTube Cup? If so, I'm gonna need a name. Any of them worth bounty hunt? Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know, because I don't know if I... What is this one? I am not sure. Probably not the F1 Racer, Mach 1 Mustang, I don't know. Lancia, I don't know, dude. Okay, this one's on your team? Any of them were... Dude, I think this one's going to do well. Very cool. There's a 93, 93. Oh boy. Sorry, Richard or John Andretti or whoever drove this at the time. 43. Dude, this thing's loaded. All right, so this must be one for the Misfit This is the Benzie something or other. Take it off camera here. SLK, yeah. Should have known that. Okay, so just to reiterate, the 92 and the 3 will be entered. That's okay. Light isn't necessarily a bad thing. If you look at YouTube Cup, Jimmy Johnson, that 92 Excedrin car is extremely light. All right, let's see. 4. Oh, sweet. Another Mazda Fury. Nice. I don't know if I've raced that casting before. I don't know. I don't. Oh, look at this. Dude, now I'm going to have I haven't even started the Monster Jams. Cannot wait to start the Monster Jams, especially now that we have the 3D Bot Maker extensions for the Monster Jams to go through the finish gate and not knock it over or get stopped right at it. This one's sick right here. This is the 4th-time champion one. Chrome. Very cool. Yeah, so I'll be getting up the selection video for the NOS race tomorrow. And then hopefully have qualifying in the race within the next week. This one here, the mystery one. Yes, he does. NASCAR crazy. All right, John. The Fury mystery model will go in the prize pool for Yeah, they're extremely hit and miss. Which I don't know. Okay, that'll go. This will go in with the Super Roadster then for the mail-in. See what we got here. Oh, dude, nice custom 56 Ford truck. Wasn't there 2 mystery Mazdas? No, wait. No, I don't think so. I think there was. Let me double check. 6. No, it's a Lancia Stratus. This one's the F1 Racer. This one, the 12 is the Mustang. This one was the F1 Racer. And then this one, 6, is the Lancia Stratus. And then the 1 Mazda Fury. Right here. Bam! Love this Ford. Do not have this. What case? This is from the K case, yeah. Mustang and Monster Energy Cup NASCAR 19. No, I have not. I like how they got that weathered look. I was thinking of Lancia. Did you still want Is this the? Did you want the Mazda Fury? That's it, right? Yep, Mazda Fury. Did you want this one? Did you want this one in the prize pool still, or did you want to put it in the mail-in? Okay, we can give it that weathered look. Very excited to start the truck series also coming up after the completion of NOS and YouTube Cup. And NOS and YouTube Cup are going to have some changes going forward for Season 2 for YouTube Cup, Season 3 for NOS Racing, respectively. Okay, so the Mazda Fury will go in with the Super Roadster that I'm putting up in the prize package. And And to start the second half of the season, it should be an exciting one. I don't want to say too much about it yet, but I think it's going to be. Oh, look at this. International Scout 4x4. Dude, I hope this fits on the 6 lane. I don't know. I don't know. This thing's sick. If not, if it doesn't, then I have another idea I have with for it. This is sick. Very cool. Say Matchbox has definitely stepped up their game. In recent times. Ooh, I haven't seen this one. Nice. You know, look out for these Matchbox ones. This is the 2016 Chevy Colorado Extreme. Of course, you're not going to see it. Yeah, I think it'll roll well. These Matchboxes, though, I'm telling you, they're to be watched out for. So we got 3 more pinning the Jeep if it fits on the 6 lane it's in. Yeah, the Walmarts and Targets around me, when I happen to go in there, just never find anything. Dude, this thing's heavy. Oh man, this could be really good in the when it comes time. Don't you have one in kind of pink color? Oh, of the Colorado? This thing's heavy. What? Is this a crack up? No way, dude. I didn't know they made a crack up. Oh man, that's sick. They made a semi crack up. That is sick. No wonder I didn't recognize it then. I mean, this is old school Hot Wheels metal on metal right here. That could do very well. I think I found I didn't only knew it because there was some fuzz or something stuck to it. So as I was ripping it out, it flipped over. Yep, still accepting cars for, even though we're up to what, 60? Well, add both of these, we're up to, I think, 64 now. Oh man, this is the old Datsun 510 right here. Oh, yeah, dude, half the field's gonna be John Meeler. Nice. Look at the detail on this, though, man. Very cool. I'm almost surprised that the tail lights aren't painted on there. Headlights are plain too, but they definitely did enough between the hood, roof, and trunk. Very cool. This is a 4X Force, one of those off-road style things. This guy could also surprise too. What's up, Nick Keller? The only rules for season 1, the only rules are you cannot add any weight to the outside of the car. You can add weight to the inside. You cannot add weight to the outside, and you cannot wheel swap wheels, axles. Going into season 2, I will allow it. Basically, the only rule going forward, I mean, they can't be the generic NASCAR circle tracker stock cars like that. Excuse me. But going into season 2, the only rule is no weight added to the outside. You can do wheel swapping, axle swapping if you want to. Just keep in mind, if it falls apart, it falls apart. I am definitely not a die-cast mechanic by any means. I just race them. This thing's cool. Again, the detail. Hard to see what it is because of the glare in here. Got something, though. Got something. Let's see. And he packed up. Oh. Me and the gentleman who won the Ferrari buy-in tournament, he was just telling me about this car today. I said I hadn't seen it yet, the green Dodge 69 Dodge Charger. So what case did this come out in? Because Dave Akers sent in, this is the D case. It was before. I think the other one, no, I don't know when the blue one came out. Sweet. 69 Dodge Charger 500. Dude, this car is badass. Sounds good, man. We will be happy to have you in the field racing with everybody. Some of the fastest NASCAR diecast in the country. Raced in the YouTube Cup. Paint is very nice. Nice. I love Mountain Dew, man. Who wouldn't, I don't know if he's still in here or not, 3D Bot Maker, but who would like to see a Dodge Charger tournament on 3D Bot Maker's channel? I think that'd be sick. Maybe the man in the green shirt almost got crushed on the monster truck race could drive this one. Yep. If you guys have been following the channel, you know my favorite car, due to being a fan of the Dukes of Hazzard when I was a kid, was the 69 Dodge Charger. All right, guys, hold on one second. All right, here, the Dodge Viper RT10. I've never raced one fresh out of the package. The Dodge Viper RT10, the one with the gold metal rims with the busted windshield. That's what it looks like with the windshield on there. Was the King of the Misfits champion for quite some time. And then was dethroned when I went live. Had the most, for my channel, one of the most epic nights of racing, all for naught because the feed was so horrible. Yamaha Rhino. Nice. That's sick. Love the card art, man. That is cool. John Meeler is coming to race. Very cool. I'm interested in seeing how these guys do. I've bought a few over the last year or two of this size right here. Kind of the smaller Matchbox ones, not this same one. Actually, I don't think I have either one of these castings at all, period. Yes. So I'm interested in seeing how they actually race. Oh, yeah. One of my favorite Hot Wheel castings of all time, the Nomad. Just wish it didn't have orange windows. But I get it with orange flames. I get it. Freaking sweet car. This is out of the H case. See how that one does. Oh man, nice. Very cool. 69 Dodge Cornet Super B. Very cool. D case. Red Nomad. Is that a red line? Very cool. Love the paint job on that one. Oh. Custom 67 Pontiac Firebird. This thing's sick. Very cool. Oh, don't worry. Got it. All right, John's coming hard at this. What do we got here? Oh, look at this. Whoa. Another NOS car. This is one of those test cars like Cooter McGavin. This could be a good one. These will be making their debut, these three cars, the 92, 43, Flex Seal, and the 4 will be making their debut when the second half of the season picks up, and it should pick up in pretty big fashion, I would say. I don't want to say too much about it. Skrill. What's this? All right, let's see. Oh, that's the other thing, too. All right, for the buy-in. Yeah, fantasy cars are going. So did you want the Firebird? Did you want these? That one? No. Which one was that? Extreme. Which one's that one? Let's see. All right, man. Will do. No new diecast. No new diecast and NASCAR diecast around here. So let's do a little recap here. We got the Firebird. The Nomad. The Super Bee. The Yamaha Rhino. Dodge Viper RT10. '69 Dodge Charger 500. Ford X-Force. 2016 Chevy Colorado Extreme. The 1970 Datsun 510 Rally. As far as action, seems pretty heavy. Not sure if that's going to go on the 6 lane or not. All right, NASCAR Crazy, thanks for popping in. The International Scout 4x4. Here we got the custom 56 Ford truck. Peace out, man. And then this one will go to the winner of the next mail-in. This one is the Mazda Fury. 25% left on the old Ponsky. 9 is the F1 Racer. 6 is the Lancia Stratus. 12 is the 70 Ford Mustang Mach 1. Three-pack. Very cool one. Very cool. Start. And finish. And then we got the Gravedigger. Very straight axles. So common to find these bent when they're loose. Very cool. Jose Navarro, a.k.a. Al Pastor, in the house. Got the crack ups. Shoot. I'm not sure. I might have to play around with that. I wonder if that it must go to a set. What is this? Al Pastor back in the mix. Al Pastor getting ready for the next NOS race in that 27 car. Who makes this one? I'm drawing a blank here, guys. I don't know, but it is pretty cool. This one could be one to watch out for when we do Misfit Race. There's the Mercedes SLK. Always a heavy casting. Very interesting what they did with the windshield and the rear window. It's like great amount primer. Same with the headlights. Tail lights, nothing. And then 3 new cars from John Meeler in the YouTube Cup, which brings the total to, yes, it is. This is definitely a heavy casting. I don't know if they still make it or not. And if they do, I'm sure it's metal on plastic. We got 3 new cars from John Meeler for the YouTube Cup. We're still going to await names for these drivers. You got the 43 car, the Cheerios Dodge. Got the 92 Trax car. Trax made sports cards back in the day in the 90s, and I think they made racing cards, trading cards specifically, hence the name Trax. This one could be one to watch out for. I'm telling you right now. And then the number 4 Kodak Gold Film Test car. This is the same exact style as Cooter McGavin's 44 test car that swept Daytona this year. So this could be another one to watch out for. I still say, and maybe he'll do it. Maybe he'll do it in the near future. A Dodge Charger, maybe with a jump. Not necessarily have to be a jump, but on Race Mountain on 3D Botmaker's channel, I think a Dodge Charger, 69 Dodge Charger, I guess any Dodge Charger, but I wouldn't mind seeing a 69 only Dodge Charger. Only 69 Dodge Charger. Race on Race Mountain. Love the color of that thing. That thing is sick. Very cool. I'll read the instructions for said cars, but we already know that the Mazda Fury mystery model will be going to price package of the mail-in. Whew. Hot in the garage, but hotter in the house since the AC doesn't work. Oh, that's the other thing too. I had to delete my Instagram app to make room for the next door neighborhood thing app to promote the yard sale. So I still haven't gotten it back. Yeah, no AC. So I still need to get Instagram. But one thing I noticed about Instagram is how quickly it sucks away the data. So contemplating if I still want to use that or not. But for now, I mean, there's a lot going on. I've noticed too, I just don't have the time for the Instagram that I'd like, but it's all good. Need to concentrate more on getting all the races in. So I'll go through all this big box. Thank you, John. As always, much appreciated, man. John always sending in cars to compete. One of the big players in all the mail-ins and the YouTube Cup here on the Sub 4 RA channel. Okay, cool. You know what? I might have it on my laptop too. Now that I think about it. Yeah, think I still have that downloaded the app on my laptop. I'll have to double check. But big thanks to John. And we're going to have the NOS Racing selection video posted tomorrow. And we'll have qualifying in the race probably within the next week. Takes the T-Bird away, yeah. We'll have that within the next week, and then we'll get into the All-Star race for YouTube Cup and NOS. And then after that, the second half of the season starts, and it's going to start with a bang, I'd have to say. Don't want to say too much, but I'm extremely looking forward to it. But for now, and here's another car I got. I was opening up a couple boxes I still hadn't been through. Thought, man, this would be sick to race this 07 car. This is great for a developmental driver. Till I go over this side. Whoa! I'm going to have to strip a tire from another car to put on there. This thing is pretty awesome. Like it. Apparently that was on a base. The 2 screws went in there, so it seemed like there'd be a whole lot of drag. Yeah, I just need to get a tire. It is rubber tires. I'll have to find an extremely slow one and see if I can just swap out one, see if it works. Hopefully. We'll see. All right, guys, I think that's all I have for tonight. Been a fun one. Thanks again, John. Got a lot of cars going into the next mail-in, which hasn't even been formally announced. Kind of have formally announced the Bounty Hunter race, in which you send in an unopened car. Tire shop down the road. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. You send in a car still in the package, as long as it fits on the 6-lane raceway, and $1 goes towards the pot. Eventually, somebody will take down that Caddy 16 and will get the entire pot. It'd be a lucrative payout depending on how long it takes to take down the Caddy. I'm all out. No more Mountain Dew. It's all right. Should be drinking water anyways. All right, guys. That is it from me. As always, thanks for watching. Getting back into it. Should have a lot more racing coming up. Starting to get the garage cleaned out a little bit. Woo! I'll tell you right now. If you ever wondered why the Nature Boy Ric Flair talks so loud, I tell you to try to imitate Ric Flair, and you cannot do it quietly. You cannot. Ric Flair's voice, you just can't be. To be the man, you have to beat the man. Woo! The dirtiest player in the game, pal. Yeah, he's. Not a, I mean, the Macho Man. Yep, Jim Neidhart. Another one, man. That's crazy. That is something else. The Nature Boy. Now, I mean, like, you wanted to try to imitate Jake Roberts, which I don't. You can only. There's only one Jake Roberts, but there's only one. Whatever wrestler you're talking about. Kind of hard to imitate. It was all his exes, yeah. The Macho Man, you can still, I mean, there's bursts of the volume going up high, but you can always do the Macho Man a little bit lower. Oh, yeah. And then all of a sudden he gets out of control. The Warrior would just be, I wouldn't even know how you do it. I mean, you talk about the biggest gibberish you can, I guess. Don't forget the truck series, NASCAR Truck Series on the Sub 4 RA channel, where all the YouTubers send them in, and I will have some of my own because I don't know if we have enough really for 2 different leagues yet. Maybe we do. I don't know. That will be up and running once the. Oh yeah, old school. I love going on YouTube. There's like 3 things. You know what? Roddy Piper. There's 3 guys that scared me as a kid, and it wasn't the, you know, crazy guys with face on their paint like the Road Warriors. Yeah, see them in person, they would scare me, but they didn't really scare me a whole lot. The 3 guys who scared me didn't scare me for having muscles or, some either extremely intimidating look. It was their personalities. Roddy Piper scared the crap out of me. The cream of the crop. Oh, yeah. Always thinking. Roddy Piper scared the crap out of me as a kid. Probably number 1. Definitely. The Dingo Warrior. What about the Blade Runners? The Blade Runners. Oh, that promo is that's whack. Arn Anderson. Arn Anderson was a guy who had very good mic skills, a guy who was a great technical wrestler. He wasn't going to win any bodybuilding awards or anything like that, but I mean, he's old school. Ole. Still, the first thing I think of when I think of Ole Anderson is the Shockmaster. One of the biggest screw ups ever in wrestling history. The Shockmaster. He's gonna shock you because he's none of that. I like the way Sting says it though. He's gonna shock you because he is the Shockmaster. Like we know who this person is. Well, we did, obviously. My thing is, what were they planning on doing with the Shockmaster once he actually had to get in the ring and wrestle? He wasn't going to wrestle with that glittery Star Wars Stormtrooper helmet. I don't know. I always wondered. The good old AWA. The likes of Scott Hall. Yep, that's right. The bad guy. Razor Ramon. A.K.A. Scott Hall. NWO Wolfpack. Kurt Hennig. The Rockers. The Bare Knuckles fight. When I think of bare knuckle fighting, I would think Ronnie Garvin. The Hands of Steel. Or Hands of Stone. The Hands of Steel. What a fool. Who was big in AWA? Nick Bockwinkel, Colonel De Beers, Abdullah the Butcher, Kurt Hennig, Scott Hall. A lot of these guys, that's where they kind of, I don't know, I wouldn't say it first started. I don't know about that, but it's kind of where they first started getting into the national spotlight because AWA was all over ESPN back in the day. The Rockers were on there. Who was there? Who else was there? I'm trying to think. I remember though when they did come out. Oh yeah. So you got to be a big Flair fan. Crazy how many. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Rugged Ronnie Garvin. The Nature Boy. the King. There's a lot of guys who started when they first came into whatever organization they came into. Low battery. Where am I at? Who was the King? King Harley Race. There's a lot of guys who first came in whatever federation they're in that I couldn't stand at first. And then as time went on, really start to appreciate. And the King, Jerry Lawler, was one, and it wasn't necessarily for his wrestling, which so many have gone by that name. I don't know. When I think of the King, the first guy I think of is King Jerry Lawler, which, you know, it wasn't until YouTube came out I didn't realize how big of a name he was in the ring in the 70s. But when he first came in and he was he did the wrestling and then into the commentary, I couldn't stand him. But you know, time went on. I really, between him and Jim Ross, they were to me, Jim Ross, Jerry the King Lawler were like Pat Summerall and John Madden to football. Ah, okay. Jerry the King Lawler. Crazy about Brian Christopher, his son, though. Don't know the whole story behind that, but that's too bad. Jerry Lawler. Another guy I could not stand at first. I don't know. I'm going to have to get my phone charged. You guys get me talking about wrestling. I'm on here all night. Yep, he was the man in Tennessee. Another guy I couldn't stand. Mankind, Mick Foley, Cactus Jack, whatever. And then it was... Oh, crap, I'm down to 5%. Hold on, I got to get my charger. Gordon Soley. Yep, he was the announcer guy. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Yep. Gorilla and Bobby are definitely right up there, no doubt about it. I actually liked one second, let me plug this in. You know, then they also have, I liked McMahon. I don't know why I liked McMahon as an announcer, only because he always seemed to get punked all the time. Him and Jesse Ventura I thought were pretty good back in the day. Matter of fact, I'm trying to plug this in at the same time. Let's see. Did I get it? Yeah, I think I did. Crap. Actually, a couple other good announcers I thought was the Macho Man in the mid-90s, towards the end of his WWF run, I believe, after he lost that retirement match with Savage. The Ultimate Warrior. And another guy who was great, probably doesn't get talked about enough, only because he was still an in-ring performer, was Owen Hart. Owen Hart was awesome. He was hilarious in the commentating booth. Yeah, there's another Dingo Warrior. Telling you, go watch on YouTube. Go watch the promo of the Blade Runners, Sting, and the Ultimate Warrior, the Von Erichs. Man, that was a disaster right there. The Texas Tornado. What I was going to say when I went to go get the stinking charger. Is this thing even charging? Hold on. Apparently. See what happens. I never really got into the Von Erichs. What wrestling organization did they basically rule? Originally, there was 4 Blade Runners? No. Sitting on the Fritz. Didn't know there was originally 4 Blade Runners. Are they going to be like the 4 Horsemen? Ribbit. WCW. This is where the big boys play, huh? WCCW. World Class Championship Wrestling. Low battery. Come on. Always battery issues for me. Another wrestler could not stand when he first came out. Hated him. Hated his gimmick. And it took some time, but then as one I really appreciated was Dustin Rhodes, a.k.a. Goldust. Ole Arn, yeah, Tully Blanchard. I never really saw the draw on him. I don't know. Wasn't a fan of him. Here's a fun fact. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Good, that's a good idea, Jose. The Nature Boy Buddy Landell. Here's an interesting fact about WCW and the whole WCW and the whole kind of taken from the WWF with the Bolsheviks, Nikolai and Boris Zukov. But you guys remember Nikita Koloff from WCW? The Russian? Yeah. He wasn't from Russia. He was from Georgia. Boy, he pulled off that gimmick. Maybe maybe as a kid it just seemed believable. I don't know. Even looking back now, he'd have me convinced. Nikita Koloff, supposedly from Mother Russia. From Georgia. And of course, Kamala was not the Ugandan giant. He'd outweigh everybody in the country, no doubt. Kamala's actually from, what is it, Alabama or Arkansas? I can't remember which. Low battery. Come on. I had this stinking thing plugged in. We're up to 5%. Yep. Nikita and Ivan Koloff. Yeah, Ivan. Another guy just recently passed away was Nikolai Volkov. Yeah, man. Yeah, I knew they weren't from Chicago. Another one's from Minnesota, huh? All right, maybe you guys can. Maybe you remember this. Rib Shack, Abdul the Butcher, Tony Atlas. I'll never. Tony Atlas. I'll never forget when Tony Atlas, towards the end of his WWF wrestling career, was going by the name Samba Simba, and Roddy. I never forget Roddy Piper. That's not Samba Simba. That's Tony Atlas. Who's he trying to kid? Who's he trying to fool? That was hilarious. Road Warriors, one of the coolest looking tag teams of all time, formed on a basically steal the gimmick of the Road Warriors. But they made it work. Maybe you guys remember this. I don't remember. I think it was a tag match. I don't think it was a singles match, but it was on St. Patrick's Day back in the old NWA days when they wrestle on the Superstation at 305. 305 from the Omni in Atlanta, and the Road Warriors lost a couple jobbers on St. Patrick's Day, and these jobbers were wearing green wrestling trunks. I don't remember who it was, though. Does anybody remember that? And it was hilarious because my mom was taking a nap, and my dad, whoever the jobbers were, got the win. He was screaming, "What?" Yeah, it was John Laurinaitis. Hey, it's a Mike James sighting. Axe and Smash still wrestling to this day. Mike James, hopefully, all right, well, I got 6%. It's actually went up 2%. Here comes the Axe. Here comes the Smasher. A demolition. Those guys couldn't cut it any other gimmick, but yeah, it was John Laurinaitis. I think he's retired now. He went from the Rams to the Saints. Hated seeing him go. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I saw him wrestle live at the Merced Junior College gym. Wrestled Ted DiBiase in the main event and hit Virgil in the stomach with a 2x4. I'd have to say congratulations goes out to Mike James. Don't know if he's seen already or not, but he was the 10th and final qualifier for the YouTube Cup All-Star Race. Portland Wrestling. Don't know if you saw that or not. Yeah, when Crush came in, that was a buzzkill to me. Yeah, that was pretty good, Mike. Man, they started the season off slow, and look at this. A contender. Be interesting to see who wins this. You hooting at? That's funny. Yep, overtook. That's funny because Chicken George wasn't one of the all-star qualifiers up until the last race, but Wendell Scott was, and then Scott didn't run good. Chicken George ran good. The rest is history. He's in. Dick Trickle, the biggest surprise, though. Dick Trickle is the hugest shocker in my book. I didn't give that car a second look. Just, it's so light, I'm surprised it doesn't float away. Where'd my water go? There it is. Good old territories, man. Do they even exist anymore? Any of these territories like that exist? Portland Wrestling I've heard of before. Crazy George. George Animal Steel. Interested in seeing these get on the track. Oh man, that's crazy. It's kind of sad. I mean, it's just, you know, the sign of the times how things just flat out change, and I think wrestling is definitely one of them. Obviously, I don't even, maybe because I've been out of it for so long, I don't even really consider TNA big time. Yeah, they might. I don't know even they're on TV or not, but trackside decorations, nice. Could definitely use some of that action. I did as I was. Mike just showed up. I was telling everybody earlier. It's just been busy between sports and, you know, back to coaching again. Soccer. I'm a baseball guy. I'm not a soccer guy, but they need help. I will definitely help them out. I've had the AC run out. We've had a yard sale. It's just been one thing after the other. Did clean out a little bit of room in the garage. Eventually, and I'm not sure. I got a lot of buy-ins to do. Get rid of cars and all that stuff. But eventually I want to be able to set up tracks, or at least one track, semi-permanent, do that, and then yeah, so it's actually inside the house. It's hotter probably than it is in the garage right now. Actually, we are looking into Martinsville. That is a definite possibility to bring into the series next season. We were talking about bringing in. Yeah, it's pretty nice outside right now. I actually ate dinner outside in the driveway as I was um, testing some Misfit cars. Nice. Yeah, I think I have the means of a good Martinsville track. So in between seasons, I'm gonna be testing that. Now, when we come now from Georgia Championship Wrestling, the owners have been Georgia Championship Wrestling. Definitely have heard of that too. And of course, Florida. I think that's where Hulk Hogan started. And scale, even better. I think what really killed wrestling for me, though, I don't know, a lot of people like it, though, was the whole brand splitting of, you know, doing the draft and these guys only wrestle on Raw and these guys only wrestle on SmackDown. It just, to me, is like pain in the butt trying to figure out who's on who, and I just didn't care for it as much. Nice. Over the track Monster Energy sign that cars can go under. That's pretty sick. Now, like I've said before, there will be changes to NOS. Not a big fan of that row. RO. Not a big fan of the RO. Sweet. I will look forward to that. Got a lot to do, man, between buy-in, got the cars ready for that. We got the mail-in. Definitely have enough cars for that. We got the Bounty Hunter Challenge. We have enough cars for that. Along with the, got 2 more cars added to the Misfit. The other thing, 2 more cars added to Misfit. We actually got a Misfit monster truck. John Meeler and 3 more entries. I think that puts us at 65 now. 3 more entries to the YouTube Cup. But there will be a split for the YouTube Cup. We're going to have, haven't decided yet if it'll probably be the top 30 cars. Dude, this is sick too. This is a crack ups. Nice. Bucket. This is all the NOS racing cars. Wait, hold on. Let's see. What did next say? Can you send in cars for regular NOS? I got car. Now the NOS cars are the cars I have, so I'll keep them still in that series. And then the YouTube Cup is for everybody on the internet around the world. Well, so far it's only been in North America, or even not even that, just in the United States, to send in cars to race. Top Fuel drag racing action coming to you live from Rhino Driveway. Yeah, I can do that too. Got the truck race coming. We're going to announce Truex, man. He's going to be starting from the back. It's been done before. Cooter McGavin did it. Where'd Truex go? Where'd you go, man? You disappeared. Actually, it's funny because the NOS guys I just dump in here I don't even care about. But for all of your YouTube Cup cars that you send in, I got the nice bins, the 48 car bins for them. Yeah, well, like we did for the Ferrari buy-in, we're going to start to see more categorized buy-ins, categorized by their makes and models, if I can go that far into it. Did I miss any comments back up here? Yeah, Nick. No, it's just the NOS Racing is the cars I have, and then the YouTube Cup, see, and the YouTube Cuppers for everybody else to send into. Total Divas, is that your favorite show right now? No, my wife watches that though. I think it's funny. To me, it's like if I was one of the wrestlers, and not to take any away from anything from what the current lineup does, but they just don't. I just don't see them living the same lifestyle as the wrestlers from the 80s and 90s had to live. Those damn metal funny cars would dominate, though. Yeah, they would. Gorgeous ladies are wrestling. I remember that. The Dago bus. I tell you what, guys. Start of the YouTube Cup, second half of the season, and NOS Racing. It's going to be epic. I'm telling you right now. Gorgeous ladies. Yeah, that came on at what? Saturday night at midnight or 11 o'clock or something like that, or into Sunday morning. That and what was the stupid oh crap, what was it called? The roller skating. The roller skating stuff. Roller derby. Rock and roller derby or whatever it was called. Where they had that that came out when I was probably what, 11, 12. Where they had that, it was almost like a figure eight, and they had to go way up on that one banked ramp. 35. I am 41. Define old roller derby, rock and roller derby. Then they'd have like a concert. What's up, Club Diecast 64? Then they'd have like a halftime. I think it was halftime. I don't think it was at the end of the event. They'd have I remember Warrant was on there once singing "She's My Cherry." I'll probably get a copyright strike for that. Cherry Pie, amongst other bands. Now that when I get off here, I'm gonna YouTube that because I have not seen that. I have not seen that probably since it came out in the 80s. And then it would be like, what came first? Not the chicken or the egg. It was a show called Monsters. That came on, I forget how it went. That came on before the... Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. Hey, I used that for the King of the Misfit mini tournament once, where the Dodge Viper RT10 sent 3 more, including Guillotine packing. No, I'm gonna look for the rock and roller derby on YouTube when I get off here. Jose 67. You're funny. Dang, I can't get to it now. I picked up the timing system. No, Mike, don't let Al Pastor fool you. He's not 76, he's 67. He's not Morgan Shepherd on the track. I picked up the timing system from 3D Bot Maker. I have not had a chance. I've taken it out of the package and tinkered with it for a little bit, but I have because I've been so busy the last couple weeks. I haven't been able to use it. I want to use that in the future. And then I also picked up some crash mergers. That was one of the original items he sold, and I have some big plans for those in the future. Banked, yeah, and as a figure 8, yep, and they play music, yep. That was it. It was cool. It was fresh. It was sick. It was all that stuff back in the day. So now when I go back and watch it, it'll probably be a big letdown. It won't probably seem as cool. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, so YouTube Cup is going to get the split since we have so many cars. And this should make for some extremely weak. Sound like Lex Luger trying to do a promo, or Sid Justice trying to do a promo. We all know that I have half the brain that you do. Hey, from Jose's picture, how could I tell he is... I don't know. I can't even see it on there. I'm going off on tangents like the Ultimate Warrior. Now, the YouTube Cup next season, Season 2, the top 30 cars and points will be guaranteed a race, and then we'll have a second tier of the rest of the cars. And then we'll probably take like flat oval track roller derby? No. And then we'll take like the top 6 cars from each week in the lower tier YouTube Cup level Name hasn't been announced yet. And they will go race the YouTube Cup to make it 36 cars. Who remembers the, what was their names now? The Atlanta Thrashers? Is that what it was? The Atlanta Thrashers. Twitch, huh? Do you guys remember Lenny Rogers raced in the oh crap, what car did he run last year? Lenny Rogers, the gambler, he ran the what was that stinking car number? I don't remember what it was now. I don't know. Yeah, the Winnipeg Jet. I didn't realize that the Thrashers were not. It wasn't in Atlanta anymore. I knew heard about one of the Winnipeg Jets being back, but then you realize, and it's been how many years now? Yep, the Atlanta Flames. All right, guys, just a heads up. I'm not going to show everything that's going to be racing in the next buy-in, but two of probably the marquee cars. The next buy-in will be this Hot Wheels Ford Transit Connect treasure hunt. This one should do really well. And I am very, very excited to race this car. I have not raced one before. The 71 Datsun Bluebird 510 wagon in the next buy-in. I cannot wait to race this car. I don't care if it's fast or not. I just want to see it race. Remember, winner takes all. Seattle needs a basketball team. Oh, wait, they never should have lost theirs. So the 71 Bluebird 510 wagon. Ford Transit Connect. And I know that one's fast. But you know what? We're not racing. Just a straight quarter-mile drag downhill. No, we're doing something a little bit different. I really need to be full-time at this stuff to get everything on in a timely fashion. You know what I just noticed? I wonder if it's like this on all of them. I do believe I just noticed this right now. Maybe this is something that can be fixed because it's got let's see which looks like it's the right rear wheel. Clint Boyer Pete car. But look at this. Well, let's see if we can get it on there. They actually used the Phillips screws. Do you believe Mike and I had talked about this before? Is this a Lionel? Does Lionel use these? No, those are rivets. When did they start? Who's this one from then? Can't pick it up on here. Dallas Stars. Minnesota North Stars. I used to like them. Mike Madonna. Ah, there we go. Look at Phillips screw. Why can't they just do this? Oh, man. That's what Winner Circle did for all their 124 scales. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out who it is. I can't make it out. I don't see any manufacturer on here. Mike Madonna. The only thing that's on here is this, not a Mick. 22915 PTC, Parent Teacher Club. So it must be a Parent Teacher Club card. This is what they give out to kids who are excelling. No, I'm kidding. Mike Madonna. Horseface. Who else did they have? The Atlanta Knights. I picked up, I think I showed it on here a couple months ago, a t-shirt of the 1 Year Wonders, the San Francisco Spiders. All right, Al Pastor. Peace out, buddy. Good luck on the next YouTube Cup race, or next NOS race, excuse me. I don't see any manufacturer on here. Clip Boiler. The roller hockey. Remember that on ESPN2? In the mid-90s? Roller hockey. It was great. At the time. San Francisco Spiders. Nah. Peak antifreeze. Yeah, I wonder what it's from. The good news is, I mean, the bad news is I got, see, right there, this wheel locks up. So maybe if I can pop this open, I can correct it. I don't know. I thought for sure it was a Lionel. But is this a Lionel? Yeah, see, this one is... Here's a Lionel. I don't know if it's going to pick up or not. You can see it right there, but there's nothing here. The bases are very similar. Yeah, they're plastic tires. I don't know. And this one looks a lot like, the wheels look a lot like, or is this that, what was it between like Winter Circle Racing Champions at the retail level and then Lionel? Was it Chase Authentics? Did they do the NASCAR diecast for a few years? I wonder if this is what this is. When did Boiler go to the 15? And what's he in now? I forget. Can't keep track of everything anymore. I don't keep track of nothing, man. I don't know. Too bad, because this car is pretty sweet looking. The Dagobah system. We could see changes in NOS racing next year, next season. Could see it expand a little bit, as well as split at the same time. If that makes sense. We'll be revealing the name. Not a sponsor, but we want to put a name to it. To the I'm interested in seeing Nero 62. Hope to see his qualifying soon. He'll be running a NASCAR diecast racing on his channel as well. Racing Champions. Nice. Coming at you live in 3D. This many D. 3. 3-time WCW champion. No, wait, 5-time. Booker T with one of the biggest blunders on the mic ever back in the day. WCW. Were those the cards with the 3D cards? Cards with the 3D cards. What's that? Oh, the Clint Boiler one? Days of Thunder for NOS. Well, we got part of it. And I think I've acquired another part of it. Originally, that's what Red Carpet Racing was going to be. It was going to be all the Days of Thunder guys, but kind of piecing together that. Right now we got Jeff Green with the Scooby-Doo and Kevin Harvick with E.T. making up Red Carpet Racing. Live in 3D. I'm as free as a bird now. That's all good, man. Crap. Oh, I was supposed to go there. Oh, that. All right. Oops. Oh, well. Card graphics behind the cards. Were they winner circle? I'm as free as a bird now. I know Winter Circle had some cars, the cards that came with them. This must have been when Tonka first started going to plastic. Safari. I come from a land down under. Dead flowers? That's the only toy I still have left from when I was a kid. Are my Hot Wheels. That's it. Everything else is gone. Unfortunately. I like to go back in time just to go back and see what I had. Had a ton of Tonkas, He-Man, G.I. Joe, Star Wars. Anybody remembers the cartoon Mask? Kenner made those. What else? Ow. I'll stab myself. Nice. Transformers, Voltron. Mask was pretty sweet. I always wanted Boulder Mountain. My cousin had that one though. He had everything. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toys. That's crazy. See them a lot at the thrift stores, but I don't know what's what, and I don't really want to spend the time trying to worry about that. What I remember is these right here. He-Man. Dun, 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 dun. I wish I had my Evil Knievel motorhome from back in the day. That's the other thing I try to do. Just grab stuff at the thrift store when I'm out. Look, I used to only look for diecast, and that was the only thing. And then within the last, I don't know, 6 months or so, just perusing at everything else to see what I might be able to flip. Normally not for a whole lot, but it'll add up eventually. Got some Legos for, what was it, like $3.50, $4. Had a couple of it was not a full set of some medieval thing. Came with two Lego bases and all the other Legos and all that stuff. Bought it for $3 or $4 and sold it for 25. Travis Pastrana. He doesn't race the monster car in whatever the Busch Series is called now. Lee Majors, the fall guy. Damn, I'm coming up on almost 2 hours. It's crazy. Pretty sure at some point in the near future you will be seeing this in NOS Racing. The 99 Tombstone Pizza. The $1 Million Dream. The Ringmaster. Tell you what, I've come across a couple of might even be AJ Allmendinger. This car has the inevitable rubbing of the undercarriage with the wheels to where it won't even roll, basically. And same with this Chase Elliott. These are both Lionels. Lionels are making them look cool, but they're not making them roll very good. Right now, the exception would be obviously Truex. Actually, there's a couple that roll really good. But it's really hit and miss, I'm noticing. How about this one? That one's a little bit better. All right, look at this. Here's another one. Well, I just found another one right here. Kyle Busch, 18 car. It's got the flathead screws in there. This one is numbered 15915 PTC. So it must have been parent teacher club cars that they created on Etsy and used flathead screws. Here's another one. Denny Hamlin. This one is numbered 08014 WLS. World League of Sewing. Well, I got 3 of them now that I found. Got Denny Hamlin. This is Joey Logano. This one. There it is. Interstate batteries. This one too. And so that's 4 cars. With no information on the bases or anywhere else. I'll make it 5. Here's a smoke. 34013 WLS. There's a smoke. I wouldn't say ringers. By any means. There's another Tony Stewart Bass Pro. But that would make it so much easier. Even attempt to. I've never customized a car, but I don't want to be drilling and all that. Ruin it. Here's another one, Ryan Newman. Rocket Man. Oh boy. Some of these cars will eventually be on NOS Racing. I must have. I don't know. MDX. Acura. Meisto. Did you see that guy flying the plane, Mike? He come near your house? So did he crash doing some more stunts, or did he crash because he ran out of fuel? Oh. I got you. I see where you're going with this one. The inevitable, extremely cheesy Dollar Tree Monster Jams. These are made by Greenbrier. Huh. Actually, they roll really well. Yeah, I thought I heard about that plane too. Whoa, there's a frog in here.
Lock.
This one? I don't know. Pontiac? So remember Pontiac, at least in the late 90s, early 2000s, had that grill opening like that. I don't know, but I think this car will do well. It's actually made by Trax, apparently. No, excuse me, it's Road Champs. Road Champs made... it's about as good as it's going to get. Road Champs actually made the car. From Road Champs. 1992. West Caldwell, New Jersey. 07006. Made in China. Zuru diecast cars, yes, and you will be seeing them very soon on the Sub 4 RA channel. I'm very interested in seeing what they can do. All right, John, I'm about ready to head out myself, but thanks for the package of cars. Got a lot to go in different formats of racing on the channel. Can be some great additions. Really appreciate it, man. Sorry, it took me a little while to get this open. Yeah, the rims are pretty cool. Interesting price point on them. I saw Paul Wooten did a review on them earlier. I think it was yesterday he did it, or the day before. Saw it today though. So maybe for a little tune-up in the Bounty Hunter Challenge. I guess right now the number one contender, I got them at Target. The single cars are 79 cents and the 5-packs are $3.99. Cool, Nick. I appreciate it, man. Be looking forward to having you in the YouTube Cup series. And then you do get a team going. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? There's my trusty. That's where you're going to send it right there. Rhino, P.O. Box 577976, Modesto, California 95357. Yeah, the rims are interesting. The castings are interesting. Don't know anything about that company, but apparently they do make a lot of different toys, so be nice to see some actual real castings, but I doubt that'll happen. But yeah, be a nice little tune-up. I guess the number one contender right now for the can't call them misfits, the Gym Mint cars. I don't know. Is that Ghost Jerker's Hershey Firebird funny car? No, not Firebird. It's not Firebird. What is that? Is that Plymouth? No, it's not the Arrow. No. And whoever takes home the championship, there is a few cars. I know between King Castillo and Mike James have donated some cars to go to the driver, whoever owns that car, or whoever sends that car in, I should say, as I keep all cars. And I'll add some more stuff to it. Wow. Eesh. Not good. New Zealand. This guy gonna grow up and attack me like that other did? All right, guys, we are now at the 2-hour and 17-minute mark. It's almost midnight here in Modesto, California. It is time I call it a night. Got to get up early and all that good stuff in the morning. So look for, like I said, look for the choose your ride, choose your car, who you think will win video, driver selection video tomorrow for NOS Racing at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And then we'll have qualifying and qualifying in the race within probably the next week. All right, guys, as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you at the next one.